Hi you guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Patience. To my existing subscribers, welcome back. If this is your first time here, be sure to click that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can continue to indulge in the Hot Bella experience. In today's video, I am going to be creating this beautiful spring summertime look using the Riviera palette from Anastasia, Beverly Hills. I picked this palette up a while ago, but you guys, I have been afraid of this palette. Don't ask me why, but when it comes to creating a look for myself, I tend to go towards more warm tones, and this palette is a beautiful, colorful palette. Look at this palette. This palette has beautiful, beautiful shades in it. There are some shimmers, there are some mattes, but they are all very bright and beautiful shades, and they scream out spring and summer is here. In this palette, you get 6 shimmer shades, and then there are 8 matte shades. For that reason alone, I decided to go ahead and venture out and purchase this palette, even though it does take me a little bit outside of my comfort zone. I like the fact that there are quite a few bright matte shades in this palette. So again, I usually gravitate towards a more warm type of palette, and I very rarely use a pink in my crease area, but I think this look turned out really, really pretty. If you'd like to see how I came up with this look today using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera palette, then keep watching. My face has been moisturized, and I'm going to prep my face using the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I have tried other primers, but this Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer is still one of my favorites. I'm using the shade Yacht from the Riviera palette, and this is a beautiful bronzy gold type of shade, so I'm using this as my brow bone highlight. I'm using Coastline as my transition shade. This is a nude peachy type of color, so I'm just going to build this up to my desired intensity. And now I'm using the shade Bahamas in my crease area. This is a vivid, bright pink shade. And I'm going back into Coastline to blend out any harsh lines that I may have at this point. And now I'm using the shade Palm, and I'm using this on my outer V and sweeping it into my crease area. And I'm also taking a little bit of this shade down onto my waterline as well. I'm going back to the shade Bahamas once again. That's the pink shade. Just to blend everything together, I want this to be nice and blended. I'm using the cut crease canvas from Makeup Revolution to carve out my lid, and then I'm going to go back into the shade Palm once again just to soften up the edges of where I have applied this cut crease canvas. I'm now applying the color Seaside on my lid on top of where I have carved out my lids, and this is a beautiful grayish purplish type of shade, very pretty. I'm now using the shade Can, and this is a vivid purple, a beautiful shade of purple color in the Riviera palette. So I'm just using this to marry the Seaside and the Palm colors that I already have on my lid together. I'm going to add a little bit more of the Palm shade, that's the brown shade in the palette, to my outer V just to deepen it up just a little bit more. I'm going to use Bahamas once again. It's the bright pink shade in this palette, and I'm going to use a smaller blending brush, and I'm going to add a little bit more definition into my crease area with this color. I'm moving on to the complexion, and I'm using my Tatcha Pearl in Candelight and my Kevyn Sensual Skin Enhancer in the color SX14. And I'm going to use the Lancome Teint Idole Foundation, and I'm also going to use my Fenty Beauty Concealer to finish off my complexion. It's coming together, but I am going to go in with my beauty sponge just to blend everything together. I don't want there to be any excess product sitting on my skin. I'm going to set all the areas where I have applied the concealer with my Fenty Instant Pro Filt'r setting powder. This is in the color Banana. I'm going to do some cream contouring using one of the matchsticks from Fenty Beauty. This is in the shade Truffle. This contour shade does have a little bit of gray in it, but it does make for a beautiful contour on my skin tone. Looks good. And now I'm going to set my entire face with another setting powder from Fenty Beauty. This is the Instant Pro Filt'r setting powder, and this is in the shade Honey. I'm moving on to blush, and I'm going to be using a blush from Laura Geller. This is a shade called Tropical Hues. I really like this blush because it does have a bit of a shimmer to it, so it's really, really pretty. As I'm looking at how this look is coming together, it seems like something is missing. It's always good to do a little contouring, but it's even better if you add a little bronzer. So I'm going back in with my Coconutty bronzer from Fenty Beauty, and I'm going to use this to warm up my face just a little bit more. I'm going to add a little bit of this bronzing powder down the sides of my nose as well. I'm moving on to highlighter, and I'm going to use a highlighter from the Shayla and Colourpop collaboration, and this highlighter shade is called Boomin. I'm going to finish off my eyes, and I'm going to smoke out my waterline using the shades Palm and Palermo. I'm going to use the color Seychelles in my tear duct area. This is a beautiful aqua blue-green shimmer shade in the Riviera palette. I'm lining my lips with a lip pencil from MAC. This is in the color Chestnut. I'm lining and filling in my lips with this lip pencil. And I'm going to use a lip gloss from Morphe. This color is called Abracadabra, and it's a beautiful glossy lip gloss with just enough shimmer or glitter in it to complement this eye look. And this look is done. Even though I did feel a little bit out of my comfort zone in creating this look, but I think that it turned out really, really pretty. I'm glad I picked up the Riviera palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I will be using this palette to create more looks this spring and summer. The lip gloss was a part of the holiday collection from Morphe. It's fabulous, and I absolutely love it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, remember to comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.